Alright, good morning, mofos. Welcome to the trail. Um, so you're just gonna have to imagine that I teleported a week into the future, like Marty McFly, because that's what happened. We went into Damascus, Virginia, and we basically stayed there a week. Camped down on the Creeper Trail. I did not film because we were just base camped and just doing jack shit all day. It was quite lovely though. Feathers wanted to paint her tent, so we had that. Um, The only eventful thing we had in Damascus was when we were camped at this spot. Beautiful camp spot right by a bridge and the river and shit. Well, we had this homeless guy that was camped next to us, drunk as fuck every day. We hear him cracking a beer at 7:30 in the morning. And then he'd go to town on his bike. We're only like a mile outside of Damascus. So he'd ride his bike into town, buy beer, get drunk and high. And then he'd roll into fucking camp at like 12:30 at night and to start fucking making all kinds of racket and shit, and he threatened to cut us. I didn't hear this. Feathers told me the next morning. I thought she was joking. But the first night, I guess he came into camp at like 12:30, and he's like, he was mumbling to himself, but he's probably making sure we heard it. And he's like, "You touch my shit, I'll fucking cut you," or some shit like that. I'm like, holy balls. And like I said, I thought she was joking, but he was serious. I'm camping next to this motherfucker for like 3 days. Same fucking routine. We should have just moved, but we stayed there. And then the final, the straw that broke the camel's back was the final night. He came into camp and drunk as fuck again, and he started throwing like whole trees in the fire ring. Feather's tent was no more than 10 feet from this fucking fire ring. He had a blaze going, would have fucking burned the woods down. And he's doing this fucking like seance shit. I was peeking through the tent watching him. He's just doing this, raising his hand up over the fire like he was fucking possessed or some shit. And then he lost his phone because the day before I walked to town, I saw he had ditched his bike and all his shit was scattered all over the Creeper Trail. Like he just ate shit and then just decided to leave his shit there and walk to camp. And he must have lost his phone. So that next morning, after he was doing the seance shit, he's like, "Well, I lost my phone. Can I use yours?" So I have to walk with this asshole a mile down the trail to get service. Let him use my phone because he had to call somebody to pick him up. Because obviously he's homeless. So he makes 3 calls. One to Florida, one to fucking Washington, D.C., and one to Montana. So that's where he's from. Couldn't get a hold of anybody. He's like, "Well, I just left messages and gave him your phone number." I'm like, "You motherfucker." He's like, "Well, we'll touch base later during the day. And if these people call back, then I'll come use your phone again." And at that point, I was like, "Feathers, let's pack our shit and get the fuck out of here." So that's what we did. Took us a couple days to get back up here to where we left off on the CNO, but we're like 27 miles ish to the end of this trail, and then we'll work on from Cumberland, Maryland, getting up to the Allegheny Trail and starting that. That is where we are. It's gonna be a great fucking night. mofos, back on the trail, man. Yeah. Tried to take a nap, but Feathers wasn't having it. Goddamn woman making me hike and shit in the heat of the day. It's nap time, goddammit. It was dragging ass. I think, well, I can't speak for her, but I think she has the same feeling I do. Is this trail's getting pretty fucking monotonous at this point. I mean, as you've seen from the video footage, it's just flat. And today we haven't seen the river at all, really. It just gets really monotonous and boring sometimes, but we've only got 2 days left and we'll be able to move it on to something new. So let's just get through these next 2 days. Hopefully we got a decent camp spot tonight. Not sure how far we're going. From the beginning this morning, we were like 27 miles to Cumberland. So we're kind of hoping to maybe split the difference today. We'll see. No reason why we can't fucking do that. But I guess it depends how lazy I get and how many naps I can convince Feathers to take in the middle of the day today. Alright, let's keep pushing, mine. Welcome to camp, mofos. That's right, I'm sleeping right here. I'm moving into this house. This place is haunted as fuck, by the way, but can't remember the name of this campsite, which is usual for this trail. I don't think I remembered one name of any camp spot I've stayed at, but waiting on a package for Feathers to show up, so we're in no hurry. Today's Sunday, and the package I don't think it's showing up till like what, Tuesday or Wednesday? Wednesday. So since we got like 20-ish miles to Cumberland from here, we might as well just set up camp here. We just had a family come down across this bridge here, and they were heading out behind this house, and apparently they live here, obviously. And they informed us that there's a nice beach area down there with camping and fire rings, which we haven't been down there yet, so fucking up productions. And we're both like, well, me especially, I'm extra lazy. Obviously, I came and set up. And Feathers almost passed out. We're just not drinking enough water in this fucking heat because it's like 90 degrees and humid. So we're going to call it an early day and do short days the next couple because we're waiting on that package anyway. So we'll sit here and be fat and jolly, and we'll set up camp here whenever we fucking feel like it, man.
Are you sure it's not recording?
Today out. We've been at this campsite for like hours now, but it's okay because it was hot as balls, damn near 90 degrees, and we just were not feeling it, and we're on vacation. So we're going to sit down and watch Breaking Bad until we fall asleep, and we'll holler at you fuckers in the morning, Mine.